even us being on YouTube. I mean, I'm not putting us on the same block as Dave Chappelle.
Right.
We're doing the exact same thing, just in a different format.
Yeah.
It's literally talking about someone special and voicing our opinions and allowing everyone else to say, hey, what did you think about it? Right. Even putting our lives out in vlog form or talking about us being married and having a baby. Like, you put yourself out there for people to say whatever, but you have to be able to go, well, this is what I chose to do, and that's it. But opinions are literally like assholes.
Yeah, everybody got one.
Everybody got one. You can have an opinion, and that's fine. But I guess from being on YouTube for years, I have developed like a really thick skin to people's opinions of myself. And now, granted, of myself, yes. Now, people in my life, okay. I can be very, what you say? Because some people, you know, they're not ready for that. And I didn't subject them to that. It's like, okay, I put them on camera. Didn't mean to subject them to that. So I have a responsibility to literally take care of that for them, even though they didn't ask for it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Even with you, sometimes I can be like, what the fuck you say? And I have to go, used to, I would just go in, where now I'm like, thank you for watching. What the hell? But then I have so many awesome viewers out there who literally do it for me, which is great. And I'm appreciative of that. But sometimes it's not even necessary.
I've always been a person in my personal life that I welcome criticism because sometimes it just gives you a perspective. Someone else's perspective of me or you. You know, when someone says something about me, I'm always considering what they're saying. I'm like, that's not true, or I don't think that, or I don't feel that way, or that's not true, but it gives me, it shines a light on how someone sees me, and it doesn't make me feel like I gotta go into a shell or anything, but it does, or change. It just makes me say, hey, you just have to be, conscious of the fact that people see you in different lights, and, and taken out of context, sometimes people see you, like just in any walk of your life, people will see you in, I guess you could say, in clips, and they can have an opinion about how you presented yourself in that clip, but they know nothing about everything before and after the clip of when they experienced you. And so, at the same time, it just helps you see yourself through other people's eyes.
Very true.
Yeah. So I don't, criticism, well, I can't say it never bothered me.
I use it kind of like a colander. I see criticism as a colander for me.
Like a filter?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, here we go. Oh, that's good. I could take that. Go through that hole. I ain't got time for that.
But I mean, I really was a grown person before I didn't let all criticism bother me. I used to be, a little more sensitive to what people thought or said to me. You know, I was growing up, even when I was in high school and college, I wanted to be a person that everybody liked.
Oh, yeah, I grew up as a people pleaser.
Yeah,
and that's really tough to, cut off. And you still have times where you're people pleasing and like, oh my God, but trying to navigate adulthood, you don't have time to do that.
No.
It's like, how can I live out my dreams and do everything that I would like to do if I'm over here trying to please you and make sure you're okay? Like, oh my God, I have to be able to sift through that. So, it's an everyday struggle.
It's an everyday thing.
It's an everyday struggle, but I do, listen to constructive criticism from people that I know appreciate and value me. But if you just ran down, I'm like, what do you know about my life? Like, have a seat.
Like you said, you got to use it as a colander.
Yeah.
There are people whose opinion I used to value, and then it's almost when you find out that they were angled or pointed in their criticisms of you, or using, or should I say, their criticisms of you is a reflection of them. Or what they thought of you unexpressed. It's kind of like the box
they had you in.
Yeah, or the box they had you in. It's kind of like, damn,
It's like everything
I used to think something. I used to value your opinion. I used to wait for your opinion on something. I used to call you and solicit.
Ask for your advice.
Yeah, I used to solicit your advice and your opinion. Then I find out really that
your opinion
was bullshit. Your opinion was based on your own personal shit, and not, you weren't really, taking me in as a whole. You taking me as a reflection of yourself. That's jacked up, But you have people in your life that they have you in a box, and they deal with you based on how they see you through their eyes,
and they're ceiling for you.
Yeah. They got a ceiling for you, and they're seeing you as a reflection of their beliefs and what they think. Just like when people talk about they never thought you cussed or whatever. So it's kind of like maybe they don't cuss, and you didn't curse for a while.
So that could be offensive.
And then when you started cussing, it was kind of like, they identified with the fact that you probably watched your tongue, and then when you start cussing all over the place, they're like, oh, we don't cuss, do we?
We don't do that. MissP, when you start doing that.
Some people have, they have those challenges of how they present themselves and how they see themselves and how they live their life. Some people don't think about it. Some people get up every morning and conform completely to social norms and what people expect of them.
Exactly.
All the time.
And I can't imagine.
And some people just don't have that fight. Some people are looking to be accepted, whereas some people are looking to be accepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's two different forms.
There's two different forms of acceptance. Some people say, no, this is who I am, and I want the world that I live in and the people that I love to accept this, because anything other than this is fraudulent. It's fake. And so I understand that. But then you got some people that are like, oh, I got to get up and I got to put on this dog and pony show, otherwise people won't accept me, and they're not really living their truth.
Exactly.
But no shame on them either.
No.
I mean, because some of us are just better actors than others. Some people thrive on being actors. So some people need the acceptance of their loved
like
ones,
what
and they're willing to conform to what their loved ones expect of them.
It's like, what stage do you want to be on?
Yeah.
Which one? And granted, even with my personal experience, I can say the same thing. How often I've literally, going back to people pleasing, would just be on one stage and just, conform, or okay, even if I don't feel that way, I'll go along with it, not to rock the boat.
Because the truth is, you can't please nobody unless you please yourself.
So
you gotta please yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta be pleased with yourself.
But as I get older, I'm like, if I'm the only one on the stage and I'm okay with it, ta-da.
Yeah,
So either way.
Or you out there doing your best. I mean, showtime. And they like, you should have done this, you should have done that. You could have done this better. You're like, wait a minute, get your ass up here and put on show for me. And they're not even going to do it.
Especially when people try to tell you what you can do better, and they don't do what you do.
They half-ass.
They don't do what you do. So it's very easy.
Or the worst thing is when they're looking down on you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you do,
they're still good enough.
Yeah, they're
for
still
them.
looking at you like they're better than you because or whatever. I mean, I had friends like that, and I say had because I'm normally a person that thrives on saying, I have lifelong friends, but I've had friends that low key were looking down on me in my experience because it wasn't what they thought it should be, and I was like, that was whack, because if I could turn around and look at their life and their experience, I'm like, you
ain't no better.
You ain't, I mean, you talking about what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. There's a whole list of things that you can't do that I am doing. So you looking down on me not because you're better than me, but you're looking and trying to figure out how in the world can he do that, or how can he, continue to do and be who he is in a good with a good sense of self, having been through the things that I've been through. And I'm like, my life hasn't been easy either, by no stretch of imagination. So everybody has their challenges.
Exactly.
And everyone wants to be accepted by the people that they love and their loved ones. And you have to be careful how and who you reject and on what basis, because you could be doing more trauma to them
and to yourself.
Because truth be told, we are part of each other's experience. So, you got to be careful on how you enter in and leave people's lives, because, you could be exacting trauma on people who are sensitive about something. So I'm like, hey, live your life, love yourself. You got to.
And regardless of anybody's sexual orientation. Live your truth.
Yeah.
Every single day
Hard.
of your life.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Live it.
Yeah.
Because we only gonna die. I say this all the time. We only gonna die one time.
We only gonna die one time. One good time.
And you ain't gonna know about it. Okay?
You're
You're not gonna pop back out and say, oh, Lord.
Wait a minute, let me do that again.
One more time.
One more time. I didn't die right.
It's like you're gonna be checked out of here, and we don't know when it is. You don't know. I wish we all came with a little letter to say, you know what, on that Thursday in 2028, you're gonna wrap up. You're gonna expire. Then I bet we would live our lives a lot better.
Differently, more openly and more honestly to ourselves. You sure would.
Exactly. But I don't want to wait until I'm old as hell to tell my grandchildren, child, live, honey. I wish I would have done X, Y, and Z. I wish I would have bought that pony.
Get your pony.
Get your pony. Do whatever you would like to do. Jeff and I, we always watch something and then we end up talking about it.
Quite a bit. Mm-hmm.
And then we go into other things. Live your truth.
Right.
But don't try to live other people's truth.
Right.
Don't try to tell other people how they can live.
Right.
Just stay in your lane. Won't be a lot of traffic.
Right.
Not going to say there won't be no traffic because that's fraudulent. It will just be less traffic.
Yeah, don't let nobody tell you how to live or
That
how
part.
to love.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. But comment down below. We spoke on a lot of various topics. So thank y'all so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one. Peace, love, and all. That good stuff. God bless.
Spread love.
Bye. That is good. I like that.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Thought
when you
about
spread the love.
Oh, Lord
Keep
Jesus.
us out.
Bye.